July Mass Uprising Day today. On this day in 2024, 16-year-long fascist misrule of Sheikh Hasina ended. Various events being held across country to observe the day. July Mass Uprising Memorial Museum begins its journey. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurates museum to be open for public from tomorrow. July Mass Uprising belongs not to any single person, group or party. Democracy-loving people of country are the heroes of this uprising, says Prime Minister. Everyone must remain alert so that no division, hatred or narrow self-interest can hinder the nation's progress, says Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed. July Charter to be fully implemented, imbued with spirit of July, says Liberation War Affairs Minister. Government firmly committed to ensure dignity and honour of July martyrs and institutionalise democracy, says Information and Broadcasting Minister. Government does not want to see Bangladesh as dependent state after July Mass Uprising, says Foreign Minister. Ongoing talks between Iran and Oman over Strait of Hormuz have no connection with United States, reports Iran's state media. And three-day warm-up match of Bangladesh against Australian 11 begins in Darwin tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. Let's move on now to details of those and other stories. Today marks July Mass Uprising Day. The day is regarded as a milestone in building of a new Bangladesh free from fascist rule. It commemorates the fall of the Awami League tyranny led by fascist Sheikh Hasina under intense nationwide protests. The July Mass Uprising is considered one of the most significant chapters in Bangladesh's recent political history. The movement began in July 2024 as student protests against discrimination quickly evolved into a nationwide mass uprising. Students, young people, workers and citizens from all walks of life took to the streets in support of the movement. As law enforcement agencies launched operations to suppress the protests, clashes and fatalities further intensified the situation. The movement eventually grew into a nationwide uprising, demanding the resignation of the government. Following weeks of sustained protests, the then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled the country on August the 5th, 2024. Participants in the movement regard the day as the end of fascist rule. As news of her escape spread, thousands of people poured onto the streets in Dhaka and other parts of the country in celebration. Victory processions, slogans and spontaneous public gatherings reflected widespread hopes for a new Bangladesh. To mark the occasion, a range of commemorative programs has been organized in the capital and across the country. The day is being observed with remembrance, tribute and renewed commitments for the future, creating a solemn yet hopeful atmosphere nationwide. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has opened the July Mass Uprising Memorial Museum, established to preserve the history of the 2024 July Mass Uprising and commemorate the sacrifices of its martyrs and fighters. The Prime Minister formally inaugurated the museum by unveiling its plaque in the capital's Sher-e-Bangla Nagar this morning. Former Chief Advisor of the interim government, Professor Muhammad Yunus, and Prime Minister's daughter, Barrister Zaima Rahman, were present on the occasion. Following the inauguration, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman toured the museum's galleries and exhibitions, featuring preserved artifacts, photographs, official documents, video footage and memorabilia related to the July Mass Uprising. After inaugurating the July Mass Uprising Memorial Museum, the Prime Minister took part at a discussion titled July 36. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman said those responsible for the killings during the anti-fascist movement will be brought to justice through transparent, impartial and credible trials conducted in accordance with the due process of law. Speaking about the July Mass Uprising Memorial Museum, the Prime Minister said the country's democratic people expect the museum not to become a place for promoting the exclusive political narrative of any individual, group or political party. The 2024 mass uprising did not belong to any individual, group or political party. The true heroes of the uprising are the democratic people of Bangladesh, he said. Reaffirming his government's commitment to state reform, Tariq Rahman said, in addition to providing financial support to the July fighters, the present government has begun the work of building the Bangladesh envisioned by the martyrs.
ফ্যাসিবাদ বিরোধী আন্দোলনে যারা হতাহত হয়েছেন পর্যায়ক্রমে আইনের যথাযথ প্রক্রিয়া অনুসরণ করে সেই বিচার হবে স্বচ্ছ, নিরপেক্ষ এবং বিশ্বাসযোগ্য। সরকার মনে করে আইনের শাসন নিশ্চিত করার জন্যই প্রতিটি অপরাধের বিচার হওয়া অত্যন্ত জরুরি। দেশের গণতান্ত্রিক জনগণ আশা করে এই জাদুঘর কোনো একটি দল, গোষ্ঠী বা ব্যক্তির একক রাজনৈতিক ভাষ্য প্রতিষ্ঠার স্থান হবে না। কারণ 2024 সালের গণ অভ্যুত্থান কোনো একক ব্যক্তি, গোষ্ঠী কিংবা দলের নয়। এই অভ্যুত্থানের মহানায়ক বাংলাদেশের গণতান্ত্রিকামী জনগণ। 1971 সালের মুক্তিযুদ্ধ ছিল স্বাধীনতা অর্জনের, আর 2024 সালের গণ অভ্যুত্থান ছিল দেশ এবং জনগণের স্বাধীনতা রক্ষার। জনগণ যেমন মুক্তিযোদ্ধাদেরকে ভোলেননি, একইভাবে 2024 সালে দেশ এবং জনগণের স্বাধীনতা রক্ষায় শহীদদেরকেও জনগণ কখনোই ভুলবে না। আর্থিক সহায়তার পাশাপাশি বর্তমান সরকার শহীদদের কাঙ্ক্ষিত বাংলাদেশ প্রতিষ্ঠার কাজও শুরু করেছে। এরই অংশ হিসেবে দেশ পুনর্গঠনের লক্ষ্যে 31 দফা নির্বাচনী ইশতেহারের পাশাপাশি জাতীয় সংসদের সাউথ প্লাজায় স্বাক্ষরিত জুলাই সনদ পর্যায়ক্রমে বাস্তবায়ন কার্যক্রম শুরু হয়েছে। একই সঙ্গে গণভোটের আকাঙ্ক্ষা বাস্তবায়নের লক্ষ্যে জাতীয় সংসদে গঠিত সংবিধান সংশোধন সম্পর্কিত বিশেষ কমিটিও কাজ শুরু করেছে। দেশ পুনর্গঠনের মাধ্যমে একটি স্বনির্ভর, সমৃদ্ধ, নিরাপদ গণতান্ত্রিক বাংলাদেশ প্রতিষ্ঠার মাধ্যমে আমরা শহীদদের কাঙ্ক্ষিত বাংলাদেশ গড়তে চাই ইনশাআল্লাহ। ফ্যাসিবাদ মুক্ত বাংলাদেশে কেউ কেউ অহেতুক ইস্যু তৈরি করে দেশে অস্থিরতা সৃষ্টির অপচেষ্টা শুরু করেছে। এসব পরিস্থিতি তৈরি করে তারা নিজেদের অজান্তেই পতিত পরাজিত পলাতক স্বৈরাচারের পুনরুত্থানের পথ সুগম করছে কিনা সেটি মনে হয় ভেবে দেখা প্রয়োজন আমাদের।
Former Chief Advisor to the interim government, Professor Mahmoud Yunus, said the July Memorial Museum is not just an establishment, but the beginning of a new chapter in Bangladesh's history. Cultural Affairs Minister Nitai Rai Chaudhry, State Minister Ali Nawaz Mahmood Khiam, Prime Minister's Advisor on Information and Cultural Affairs Zahidur Rahman and Cultural Affairs Secretary Kaniz Maula addressed the programme, among others. The discussion was followed by a cultural programme featuring patriotic songs, recitations and performances by eminent artists. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman and his daughter Barrister Zaima Rahman enjoyed the cultural programme. A blood-soaked July changed the course of the nation through a mass uprising led by students and ordinary citizens. Today, carrying the memories of that historic movement, a new chapter has begun with the inauguration of the July Mass Uprising Memorial Museum. The story of July is no longer confined to the pages of history books. It now lives on the museum's walls, photographs, and every brick at the inauguration ceremony. Participants in the July Uprising and family members of the martyrs shared their emotions and reflected on the significance of the museum. They describe the museum as a place where pain and pride come together, saying it will preserve the memory of the sacrifices made and ensure future generations recognize their value. On its opening day, the museum was accessible only to invited guests. It will be open to the general public from Thursday. A documentary on the July mass uprising was screened during the inauguration ceremony, followed by a cultural performance. Stepping inside the museum takes visitors back to those turbulent days of the uprising. The walls of Ganobhavan no longer tell the story of political power. Instead, they speak of the story of sacrifice and a victory written in blood. The July Memorial Museum will preserve and pass on that story from one generation to the next, reminding future Bangladeshis of the true value of democracy. Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram has urged everyone to remain vigilant so that no division, animosity or narrow self-interest can hinder our national progress. He made the call while addressing a reception ceremony for the families of the July martyrs and the July warriors held at the Bangladesh-China Friendship Conference Center marking July Uprising Day. At the beginning of the event, 1 minute silence was observed in memory of the July martyrs. Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed presented honorary crests to the families of the July martyrs and July fighters. In his speech, the President said the present government is giving the highest priority to the dignity, welfare and rehabilitation of the families of the July martyrs and the July fighters. Noting that the July uprising has created a historic opportunity to rebuild the state, Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed called upon everyone to work together to build a discrimination-free, democratic and prosperous new Bangladesh.
বাংলাদেশের এই সরকারের সবচাইতে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কাজ জুলাইতে যারা আত্মাহুতি দিয়েছে সেই সব পরিবারের রক্ষণাবেক্ষণ করা, এটাই সবচাইতে পবিত্র দায়িত্ব। যারা আহত, চোখের দৃষ্টি হারিয়েছে, অঙ্গ হারিয়েছে, তাদেরকে সুস্থ করে তোলা এই সরকারের পবিত্র দায়িত্ব। ইনশাআল্লাহ আমরা সবাই মিলে সেটি পালন করব। আজ আমরা একটি নতুন যাত্রার সূচনা পর্বে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। এই যাত্রাপথ সহজ নয়, মতের ভিন্নতা থাকবে, কিন্তু জাতীয় স্বার্থ, গণতান্ত্রিক মূল্যবোধ এবং দেশের স্বাধীনতা সার্বভৌমত্বের প্রশ্নে আমাদের ঐক্য, সংযম ও প্রজ্ঞার পরিচয় দিতে হবে। আমাদের সজাগ থাকতে হবে যাতে কোনো বিভাজন, কোনো বিদ্বেষ বা কোনো সংকীর্ণ স্বার্থ যেন আমাদের জাতীয় অগ্রযাত্রাকে ব্যাহত করতে না পারে। জুলাই গণ অভ্যুত্থান আমাদেরকে রাষ্ট্র পুনর্গঠনের সুযোগ এনে দিয়েছে। আমাদের লক্ষ্য হওয়া উচিত একটি গণতান্ত্রিক, ন্যায়ভিত্তিক, দুর্নীতিমুক্ত বাংলাদেশ, যেখানে প্রতিটি নাগরিক সমান অধিকার ও মর্যাদা পাবে। আসুন মহান জুলাই গণ অভ্যুত্থানের চেতনাকে হৃদয়ে ধারণ করে ঐক্য, দেশপ্রেম, সততা ও পারস্পরিক শ্রদ্ধার শক্তিতে আমরা এগিয়ে যাই। শহীদদের রক্তে অর্জিত এই নতুন সম্ভাবনাকে আমরা একটি বৈষম্যহীন, গণতান্ত্রিক, ন্যায়ভিত্তিক, মানবিক ও সুধী সমৃদ্ধ নতুন বাংলাদেশ নির্মাণে দৃঢ় অঙ্গীকারে রূপান্তরিত করি।
Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Liberation War Affairs Minister Ahmed Azam Khan, State Minister Ishraq Hussain, State Minister for Planning Junaid Saki, Jamaat-e-Islami Secretary General Mia Ghulam Parwar, Member of Parliament Akhtar Hussain, Secretary of the Liberation War Affairs Ministry Mohammad Ashraful Islam, Prime Minister's Political Assistant Mohammad Rashid Khan, family members of July martyrs Mohammad Ghulam Rahman and Shahina Begum, and July fighters Mohammad Shujon and Mohammad Mahbubul Alam also spoke at the function. Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram has said all democratic forces must unite to resist fascism and extremism. He made the remarks while addressing the prize-giving ceremony of essay writing and painting competition organized by the Jatiyo Sangshad, marking the July Uprising Day. The acting president said the present parliament is an exceptional one. He said the foremost responsibility of the current Jatiyo Sangshad is to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of those who were martyred and injured in the July Uprising. Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram also urged all lawmakers to rise above party interests and uphold the national interest, the dignity of the Constitution and the rights of the people.
বর্তমান জাতীয় সংসদ একটি ব্যতিক্রমধর্মী সংসদ। এই সংসদ গণ অভ্যুত্থানের ফসল। এই সংসদ একটি নতুন বাংলাদেশ সৃষ্টি করবে এই আশায় বুক বেঁধেছে বাংলাদেশের সকল মানুষ। এই সংসদের উপর অনেক দায়িত্ব। যে জন্যে রক্ত দিয়েছে, যে জন্য জীবন দিয়েছে জুলাই যোদ্ধারা, তাদের সে স্বপ্ন বাস্তবায়ন করার দায়িত্ব প্রধানত এই সংসদের। আশা করি আমরা সবাই মিলে এই দায়িত্বটি সুচারুভাবে পালন করতে সক্ষম হব। আসুন আমরা অঙ্গীকার করি, জুলাইয়ের আত্মত্যাগকে জাতীয় জীবনের প্রেরণায় রূপ দেব, গণতন্ত্রকে প্রাতিষ্ঠানিকভাবে সুদৃঢ় করব, জাতীয় সংসদের মর্যাদা এবং কার্যকারিতা সমুন্নত রাখব এবং ভবিষ্যৎ প্রজন্মের জন্য এমন একটি বাংলাদেশ রেখে যাব যেখানে ক্ষমতার নয়, আইনের সুশাসনের বিজয় হবে, বিভেদের নয়, জাতীয় ঐক্যের জয় হবে, ব্যক্তি ও দলের নয়, জনগণের স্বার্থই হবে রাষ্ট্র পরিচালনার সর্বোচ্চ মানদণ্ড। সকল গণতান্ত্রিক শক্তিকে ফ্যাসিবাদ, চরমপন্থা ও উগ্রবাদের বিরুদ্ধে ঐক্যবদ্ধভাবে প্রতিরোধ গড়ে তুলতে হবে। মহান আল্লাহ তাআলার কাছে প্রার্থনা করি, তিনি যেন আমাদের প্রিয় বাংলাদেশকে শান্তি, স্থিতিশীলতা ও সমৃদ্ধি দান করেন, আমাদের গণতন্ত্রকে সুদৃঢ় করেন, জাতীয় সংসদের মর্যাদা সমুন্নত রাখার শক্তি দান করেন।
Acting Speaker Barrister Kaisar Kamal, Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Opposition Leader Dr. Mohammad Shafiqur Rahman, Chief Whip Mohammad Nurul Islam Moni, Opposition Chief Whip Mohammad Nahid Islam and Secretary of the Parliament Secretariat Barrister Mohammad Ghulam Sarwar Bhuiya also addressed the function. Acting President Hafizuddin Ahmed distributed prizes among the winners of the essay writing and painting competitions. Liberation War Affairs Minister Ahmed Azam Khan has said that the July Charter will be fully implemented in line with the spirit of the July mass uprising. He said that July not only restored democracy but also created a new opportunity to build a prosperous Bangladesh. State Minister Ishraq Hussain added that the government will continue its efforts until justice is delivered for the July massacre. As part of the national observance under the theme Building the Nation in the Spirit of July, Bangladesh First, the Ministry of Liberation War Affairs, in collaboration with the Dhaka District Administration, paid tribute by laying wreaths at the July Martyrs Memorial in Shahbag early this morning. The Minister, State Minister, Secretary and senior ministry officials took part in the ceremony. Later, representatives from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, various units of the Bangladesh Police, the Directorate of July Mass Uprising and other security agencies also paid homage to the martyrs. Speaking on the occasion, Ahmed Azam Khan said that August the 5th is not only a day of mourning but also a day of victory, marking the fall of fascism. Remembering the sacrifices of all the martyrs and participants of the July Mass Uprising, he said the nation would never forget those who were injured or permanently disabled. State Minister Ishraq Hussain said that any conspiracy to destabilize the country would be resisted with the support of the people. As with the rest of the country, July Mass Uprising Day 2026 was observed in Borishal today through various programs. To mark the occasion, Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shopun paid tribute this morning by laying a wreath at the July Martyrs Memorial at Amtola intersection in Borishal city. The minister said the government is firmly committed to honouring the sacrifices of the martyrs whose blood made a new Bangladesh possible and to institutionalising democracy in the country. Later, the Borishal Divisional Commissioner, the district administration and representatives of various political and social organisations also paid their respects by placing wreaths at the memorial. On the occasion of the second anniversary of July Mass Uprising, a musical program titled Concert for Democracy was organised at Sohrawardi Uddan in the capital today. The spirit of July was remembered through song, brief speech and award distribution program. The whole event became lively with performances by the country's popular bands. The concert was organized under the auspices of Cultural Affairs Ministry and supervision of Bangladesh Shilpokala Academy and in cooperation with Bangladesh Musical Bands Association, BAMBA. Cultural Affairs Minister Nitai Roy Chaudhary attended the program as chief guest. State Minister for Cultural Affairs Ali Nawaz Muhammad Qayyum and Information and Broadcasting Advisor Dr. Zahidur Rahman spoke on the occasion. At this time, awards were distributed among the winners of patriotic song competition titled Tumar Gane Jagbe Julai. Country's popular bands including Mars, Warfaze, Different Touch, Lalun and Highway rendered songs. Later, State Minister for Cultural Affairs Ali Nawaz Muhammad Qayyum told newsmen that prosperous and welfare-oriented Bangladesh will grow by carrying the spirit of July, and the youth will lead the movement. Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman has said that the current government does not want to see Bangladesh as a dependent country in any way after July. He said this at a discussion session on the occasion of July Mass Uprising Day at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. The minister said that in July, young and brave boys and girls saved the country from the hands of a powerful tyrant. The foreign minister said under the leadership of the current government, this country will never again turn into a dependent and submissive state. On the occasion of July Mass Uprising Day, Health Minister Sardar Mohammad Sakhawat Hussain has called for taking oath to protect the country's independence and sovereignty. He made the call at a discussion marking the July Mass Uprising Day organized by Health and Family Welfare Ministry at the Secretariat today. The Health Minister mentioned that the July martyrs made sacrifice to build a discrimination-free, humane state. Their desired Bangladesh must be built through ensuring a corruption-free health sector, he added. Health Secretary Mohammad Kamruzzaman Chaudhary presided over the program. The event was also addressed, among others, by Director General of Health Directorate Professor Dr. Prabhat Chandra Bishwas and the Director General of Family Planning Directorate Dr. Zinnat Rehana. State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Yasir Khan Chaudhary has said that the nation will always remember with respect the contributions of those through whose sacrifices and blood a free, fair and impartial electoral environment has been created in the country. He said this while speaking as the chief guest at a reception and discussion meeting for martyr families and July fighters held at the Nandal Upazila Porishad Auditorium in Mymensingh today. The function was organized on the occasion of July Mass Uprising and Resistance Day. The State Minister said many have been imprisoned in the 17-year struggle, endured oppression and torture, and some have survived death. The seed of the fight against fascism that Prime Minister Tariq Rahman had sown achieved its historic result on August the 5th, 2024. Today marks the completion of 2 years since that historic popular uprising. In the meeting, the State Minister for Information made several announcements regarding the rehabilitation of the families of martyrs and fighters of the July movement. The event was attended by freedom fighters, members of the families of July movement martyrs, July fighters, as well as leaders and activists from the BNP and allied organizations. Earlier, the State Minister reached Nandal and planted trees in the Shahid Minar premises in memory of the July martyrs. Later, in front of the Upazila Porishad, State Minister Yasir Khan Chaudhary signed graffiti to keep the memory of July alive. In the afternoon, the State Minister inaugurated a photo exhibition titled July in front of the local auditorium. At the same time, he also inaugurated a special book fair on July movement. Later, he inaugurated the July Corner set up in the Upazila Porishad. On now to international news.